Granite versus quartz. What's the difference and why does it even matter? Hello everyone, if you're new to the channel, I'm Julie. I'm a certified interior designer based in Southern California, and on this channel, we talk about all things design. If you're considering a bathroom or a kitchen remodel, one of the most important decisions you'll ever make involves the material you use for your countertops. People love natural stone for their inherent beauty and durability. But on the flip side, people also love man-made materials like quartz for their low maintenance and versatility. But buyer beware, every type of stone slab has different properties, and in today's video, we'll go over the key differences between the two. Granite versus quartz, so you can choose the right material for your project. Let's first dive into granite. What is granite? Granite has been a cornerstone in interior design for centuries, admired for its natural beauty and durability. It's formed from the slow crystallization of magma beneath the Earth's surface, resulting in a unique blend of colors and patterns in each slab. Granite has been used for centuries in monuments like the Egyptian pyramids and Roman Pantheon, medieval cathedrals, and Renaissance palaces. You can find the beauty of granite also featured in modern landmarks like the Vietnam Veterans Memorial and the Brooklyn Bridge. Granite is favored in sculptures and public art, showcasing its timeless appeal in architecture and art. How do you even quarry granite? Quarrying granite is the first step in the process of producing granite slabs. It involves extracting large blocks of granite from the earth using specialized equipment and resources. The process can vary depending on the quarry's size and location, but generally involves blasting or cutting the rock into manageable chunks. Once the blocks arrive at the manufacturing facility, they are inspected for flaws and imperfections before being cut into slabs. The most popular regions to quarry granite in the world are China, Brazil, India, Italy, and even here in the US. What is quartz? Quartz has been a key material in interior design since the late 20th century, evolving from its natural form into engineered slabs for countertops. This innovation provided a durable, low-maintenance, and customizable alternative to natural stone. Historically, quartz has been a popular choice for jewelry, tools, and scientific instrumentation. Today, quartz is a popular choice for countertops, flooring, and wall cladding, adding a luxurious touch to living rooms and entryways, as well as for crafting unique furniture pieces like coffee tables and side tables, offering a sleek, easy-to-maintain surface. Quartz remains a favorite interior design for its blend of beauty, resilience, and versatility, ensuring its place as a timeless element in both traditional and contemporary interiors. Quartz is made by combining natural quartz crystals with resin, polymers, and pigments. This mixture is poured into molds, compacted under intense vibration and pressure to remove air, and then cured in a kiln. After curing, the slabs are cooled and polished to create a durable, non-porous surface. Which material is best for your project? Now let's consider what the project is. If your project is a kitchen remodel, you're gonna want something durable. Granite and quartz remains the two most popular choices for kitchen countertops for a variety of reasons. If you are a huge cook, like you mess up the kitchen, you really throw it down, you're gonna want something very, very durable. In that case, I love granite. It's super durable. You can actually put a hot pan or plate right on top of the granite, and over time it won't melt. Clearly, it's a natural stone. The only issue is that granite is porous, which means if you have some spills, you have something that's acidic that's spilling on the countertop, that's gonna seep right into your countertop. You absolutely have to seal natural stone so you can prevent all of those liquids and acid from getting onto the countertop and potentially staining the granite. Now on the flip side, quartz is such a great material because it's non-porous, it's man-made, it's an engineered stone. So just imagine that they take aggregate, they crush it all up, they almost like throw it into a machine, and then they pour resin and glue into it. Once they lay this back out, it's like a super thick material, but it's engineered. You can't put a hot plate on it. You would have to put that on some sort of trivet to protect the countertops, or else the countertop is gonna melt. Now let's say you're working on a bathroom project. In the bathroom, there's no need for hot plates, hot pans, hot pots. So of course, heat is not even an issue. In this case, you have the flexibility of choosing granite or quartz depending on your style and aesthetic. The thing that I love about granite is that there's so many grades, so many colors, so many patterns to granite. Beware of builder grade granite, which is like the lowest of the low. You know what builder grade granite is? You know those Emperador Browns and the St. Cecilias with those little cranberry speckles? I mean, those are builder grade granite. Builder grade granite just means that the construction companies or developers who are building these homes, like tract home, model homes, they buy these bulk slabs at a huge discount. So that's what they're going to be using for your bathrooms and your kitchen, especially for luxury type of builder homes, they always want to use natural stone because it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade from a man-made material. But you really have to love the pattern, the graining, or the color of the granite to be married to it. You almost have to commit to this type of look. Versus quartz, which is always a solid color. Quartz pretty much comes in every spectrum of the rainbow because it's polymer, it's resin, it's color, it's pigment. You can literally mix quartz in any color to fit your project's needs. So if you are able to catch my previous video on minimalism versus maximalism, I would say the minimalist desires quartz because there's no pattern, there's no veining. It's just like a nice solid color. Versus the maximalism, like me, who would have titanium exotic granite in their kitchen because you love the way it looks. It almost feels like a really fabulous leopard print, but in countertop form. I think in the kitchen, I absolutely prefer granite. I really love natural stone. There's no two slabs that are alike. I mean, you'll never have the exact same slab because it's natural stone. There's no way to repeat it. It's almost like snowflakes, right? There's never any two that are totally identical. For a bathroom, especially if you're on a budget, quartz is a great choice. Not only do they make prefabricated slabs of quartz, sometimes even with like a sink attached to it for bathroom countertops, but they also have prefabricated slabs for kitchens as well. If you have a full house remodel, I would say splurge in the kitchen. That's kind of what everybody sees. And then you can skimp in the bathroom. Which material is more cost effective? Quartz is definitely cheaper. It's not as expensive as granite because it's man-made. It's an engineered stone. So of course it's going to be a lot less expensive because there's not a lot of natural stone in it. However, I have seen quartz slabs that are more expensive than builder grade granite. Remember what we said about granite? There are different grades to it. I would say builder grade granite is like the low grade. That's like the C grade. And then you get to more exotic types of granite. The more difficult that granite is to quarry, let's say in Brazil or China or even Italy, the more expensive the granite will be. So exotic granite starts at like $25 a square feet and it can go upwards into the hundreds per square feet. Whereas quartz is so much cheaper. I could literally buy a full slab of quartz, like a 4x8 sheet of quartz for less than $1,000. So really you do the math. Which material is easier to find? I'm in Southern California. We have so many slab yards here. In my neighborhood alone, there's probably over 50 different slab yards just because we're almost in like the wholesale slab mecca. You can drive down State College in Anaheim and see so many different slab yards. You can literally step into your local hardware store and find quartz slabs and builder grade granite slabs. But you might have to go to a specialized vendor to find more exotic granite. What I would do is simply hop on Google and search granite slab yard, natural stone slab yard. So you can pretty much walk into any slab yard. You can flag down someone who's working at the front desk and they'll give you a tour around the slab yard. Some of my favorite shopping days are spent at the slab yard. I mean, I am just so mesmerized by natural stone, which is why I love granite. You're not going to get that same visceral reaction with quartz, even though quartz is the cheaper option. It's easier to find and it's less expensive. Which material is more high maintenance? That's a loaded question. I mean, what is the level of maintenance that you want to commit to? I think that's a question that you have to first ask yourself. Granite is a natural stone. It's porous, people. It needs to be regularly sealed. For a kitchen countertop, you can probably get away with sealing granite by yourself maybe once a year. Quartz, because it's an engineered stone, non-porous, doesn't need any sealing at all. So you can wipe it down with like a dry cloth, a damp cloth. You can use an abrasive scrubber or even a soft sponge and it's not going to damage quartz. So in that case, I feel like quartz is probably the lower maintenance choice, even though I have to seal my granite countertops like once a year from an over-the-counter kind of top coat sealer that I buy from my local hardware store. I mean, that's no maintenance. That's like very little maintenance to me. So it really just depends on the level of maintenance that you want to commit to. On the daily, it's so easy for me to wipe down my granite countertops. I just use like a damp cloth. I even use like my kids' baby wipe. So you can wipe that down with no issue at all. You just can't use an abrasive scrubber. You can also use this topical spray. It's called Granite Gold. That's probably one of my favorites. This is not sponsored. This is not a plug. I really do use this. I use this to polish the top of my countertops. I have a polished slab. So of course I don't mind that glossy look. So if you have a granite slab that's like a leathered material, which is like a matte flat material, then you can use a less glossy spray. Which material has more timeless appeal? That's an aesthetic question. I mean, what's your vibe? If you want something that's really uniform, that's devoid of pattern, you like a classic minimal interior, I would probably say quartz is a clear and easy winner. Just because there's nothing really happening on quartz. It's just a solid material that you probably purchased for the durability and low maintenance alone. So while quartz is a more classic choice, it is timeless just because it's a solid color, but you might change your mind, you might tire of the color, and then you might want to change out that quartz slab for another color. Whereas granite, you're committing to a color and pattern as well. I've had the same granite countertops in my kitchen. We've lived here for almost 10 years, and I still love it to this day. So it's really about committing to a color, committing to a style, and allowing each room in the home to kind of have its own personality. I mean, that's just aesthetics. Now, if we're talking about which of these materials is going to stand the test of time durability-wise, the clear winner is granite. Granite is more durable, it's harder. I mean, you really have to kind of take a hammer to that thing in order for it to crack. Whereas quartz, which is a man-made material full of polymers and resin, can fade and discolor over time. Which material is more customizable? Between quartz and granite, they both have natural stone elements to it. So with edge detailing, you could get really custom. You can start with a really simple edge profile, like a mitered edge. This is where they cut the slab at an angle. So where the corners meet is like a perfect corner versus having a slab on top, a slab sandwich like this, and then all of a sudden you see where those two slabs meet. That's not a high-end designer detail. So if you're looking for something really simple, you can start with a mitered edge, you can start with a bull nose, you can have a bevel, you can have a quarter round. If you're looking to get a little fancier on both materials, you can go for like a double bull nose, waterfall, triple pencil, OG, double OG, Roman OG. I mean, there's so many different edge profiles. So selecting the material is the first step. And then choosing a really cool edge detail can really amp up the look of your countertops. You also might be wondering, since quartz is such a uniform material, I mean, does that make it more boring? It really just depends on the application. Let's say I had a stairwell and I wanted to use quartz slabs for the stairwell. It's a floating staircase. I could literally choose a different color for every single step if that was my vibe. I could cut quartz into like little squares and create almost like a checkerboard pattern with different colors because the slab is so uniform. On the flip side, because granite already has inherent patterns and veining, there's more variation, there's more striations, so you're almost committed to the pattern and the color that the granite provides. But remember that there are so many different applications outside of the kitchen and the bathroom. If you're considering a material for the fireplace surround, of course, quartz cannot be surrounding the hearth because there's fire involved. There's a lot of heat that's going through. That heat is gonna melt that quartz slab so fast. So in that situation, I would choose granite. You could also specify either material for a coffee table or a little side table. I've also seen really cool installations where they do an entire slab on a fireplace from floor to ceiling. I love that look. Now let's dissect two different case studies for granite versus quartz. Which is a better choice according to these different lifestyles? The first case study profile really mimics my own lifestyle. I'm a working mom. I have 2 young toddlers. I had a bunch of dogs running around at one point and a husband who loves to cook. I need a material that's beautiful for my designer eyes to look at, durable so that my husband can really kind of bang up the kitchen with no remorse. My kids kind of spill things all over the place. You know, I just really need a workhorse type of countertop. So in this case, I would definitely choose granite. I love granite for its durability, its ease of maintenance. Although it's not totally resistant to stains and scratches, I don't mind that at all. I love a really modern, beautiful, functional design that focuses on the aesthetic and its practicality. Our next case study is a single bachelor who's purchasing his first home. Let's say he buys a builder grade home and they use builder grade granite in the kitchen. He hates this aesthetic. It's just too much look for his minimal vibe. He's a single bachelor. The priority is low, almost like no maintenance. So in this case, quartz is the clear winner. You know, you don't like a lot of color, you don't like a lot of pattern, you don't like a lot of veining. You just want to see something really simple, really refined, and very easy to clean. So in this case, you can choose quartz in a variety of different colors. Think about your kitchen cabinets. If you want a more tone-on-tone look, choose a quartz color that's that's similar to the tones that you find on your kitchen cabinets. If you want more of a high contrast look and you have espresso cabinets, then you might want to choose like white or beige or tan quartz. Remember that color is a personal preference. Always start with an inspiration image of your dream kitchen, your dream bathroom. See what colors they use in the space. I wouldn't necessarily key on the characteristics of that material quite yet. After you figure out the level of maintenance that you need, then your second order of business should always be about the style and aesthetics. Look for images that you're inspired by or even hopefully want to aspire to. To summarize all of the points above, I created this handy dandy cheat sheet to show you which of these two materials has the advantage over the other. When we talk about stain resistance, since quartz is a man-made material, it's not a naturally porous stone, it's going to be more resistant to staining. Now, once you seal granite, you have that extra protection with that top layer. But if you're going to compare the raw material of granite versus a raw material of quartz, I'm definitely going to say that quartz is a clear winner when it comes to stain resistance. Scratch resistance, I mean, both materials are pretty tough. They're very durable. Granite is super duper tough, very hard, very durable. You can scratch both surfaces, okay? Since granite and quartz are both made from stone and aggregate. Because quartz actually has a resin and a polymer that binds the aggregate to the polymer. So even though you're going to be able to scratch both surfaces, I would say they're pretty scratch resistant. Heat resistance, granite is a clear winner. It's a natural stone, so you're going to be able to put a hot pan or a plate right on top of it. I mean, I wouldn't leave it for like hours at a time. I don't think anyone would do that to their countertop. Whereas quartz is made of resin as well, so you're going to burn the resin the minute that you put a hot plate or pot on top. Now let's talk about chips. While both materials, granite and quartz, are resistant to stains and scratches, I mean, they do chip, okay? Even though granite is a super hard material, they can chip over time, especially if you have an edge detail, like a mitered edge detail. You'll be able to chip that if you accidentally bang like a hot pot or a pan on top of it. When it comes to cost, you can get builder grade granite for less expensive than you can get quartz. However, once you start to upgrade to some of the luxury products like exotic granite or premium quartz, you're going to be paying more for a better quality material. But head to head, I would say a very basic quartz is a lot cheaper than a very basic granite. Between the two materials, I would say that quartz is definitely easier to maintain. Since it is a non-porous material, you can simply wipe it down with like a wet cloth or a towel. Since granite requires sealing, I would say that there's a little bit more maintenance and effort. The more you use it, the more you need to seal it. You would only need to professionally seal your porous granite countertops maybe once a year, but you can simply use a spray sealer for those in-between jobs. I spray my granite countertops maybe once every 2 months just to keep it looking clean and polished, but professional maintenance only needs to happen once a year. That's it for today's video, everyone. I hope you loved today's discussion on granite versus quartz. Now that we're at the end of this video, can you tell which of these materials is my favorite choice? I'm a maximalist. It's gonna be granite. It's gonna be exotic granite all the way. Just search exotic granite in Google. Oh my gosh. You are literally going to be mesmerized by all of the incredible options out there. If you like this type of content and you want more from our opinion series, please give this video a like and a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know, what do you currently have in your home right now? Granite or quartz? I mean, let's start to dissect what you have in the kitchen and then trickle down to all the bathrooms. What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? If you have granite, what type of granite do you have in your home? Is that something that was already there? Did you go out and shop for it? The people want to know and the viewers are going to thank you. Share this video with anyone you know who has a kitchen or a bathroom project coming up. If you love this video, definitely check out this video I'm going to link right here. It's Kitchen Countertops 101. We have a side-by-side comparison of not only granite and quartz, but I have marble in there, I have quartzite, I have soapstone. I even have a concrete, which used to be one of my absolute favorite materials. I might still have it in my next house, so definitely check that out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that little notification bell to be notified of new videos that we drop on the channel every single Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.